All right, good morning and welcome to Daf Beis in Chagigah. I want to talk today about Iyun Benzion. We'll try to keep this up. Iyun Benzion, Zech Chagigah. Today's topic is the first words in the Mishnah, the Masechta. Akol Chayav B'Riyah. The Mishnah starts, everyone is obligated in the mitzvah of Ra'iya. What is the mitzvah of Ra'iya? So let's read Rashi. Akol Chayav B'Riyah. Rashi says, Mitzvahs Ra'iyas calls a churcha shesrichim l'hisraos ba'azara ba'regel. Every Jew has to appear in the regel, in the azara. In the regel, azara was close to the place where they offered karbanos. You have to be in the azara. Now, it doesn't say you have to bring a korban. We know we're going to learn, and the Mishnah says, right, Hara'iyah ma kesef, according to Beit Hillel, the Ra'iyah, according to Beit Shammai, shtei kesef, you have to pay a certain amount of money, not for transportation to get there. We're talking about the value of the korban we're going to see. So obviously all this Ra'iya entails bringing a korban also. But Rashi leaves it out. Rashi seems to say that the mitzvah is, he says clearly, hisros ba'azara b'regel, to appear in the azara b'regel. Now this is further proof to this. The Gemara, towards the bottom, Bezam and Aleph, brings a shita. We don't pass it like this. Yochanan ben Dahavai Omer, Yira and Yira. It's a Korean Ksiv. Yira and Yira. We learn Kederach Shaba Lira Ba Liros. Just like Hashem comes with two eyes to see you, so too Liros, you should come. You should be seen with two eyes. Now it doesn't say anything in a korban. It talks about being seen by Hashem. So that's for the support for Rashi that the mitzvah is just to appear in the azar. Now, what do you do with the fact that we're going to see many times in the Gemara there is a chiyuv olas re'iyah to bring a korban olah when you come to the Azara. So you could say maybe that it's a din l'chadchila to bring a korban, that obviously one of the dinim is that you're supposed to bring a korban, but with the Eved, you'd be yotzei, the Iker mitzvah is just to appear in the Azara, to appear in the Beis HaMikdash. Appear in the Beis HaMikdash is considered the mitzvah. And further proof to this is Shalosh Regalim. Beis Hillel learns based on the word Regalim, you have to physically be able to get there. The child is to be able to walk by himself. So you see, the mitzvah is to get to the Azar, not necessarily that. Now at Tosfos, Hakol Chayam Ra'iya brings Rabbi Chanan, not Rabbi Chanan Wasserman, an older Rabbi Chanan. He has many questions with Rashi's Shita. He concludes that obviously Kol Chayam Ra'iya is talking about the Olas Riyah. Of course, you have to be there to bring the korban. But the mitzvah is Olas Riyah. Actually, it's not so pasha, because you could say that nafkamina over here is that if you learn the mitzvah, Kol Chayim Ra'iya is to bring a korban Olah Riyah. Technically, if you could send your korban with a shliach, that would be a nafkamina between Rashi and the Tosfos, that according to Rashi, the ikr is to be there. According to the Tosfos, is the korban. So technically, if you send a shliach to bring your korban, you could technically be yotzei. Whether Tosfos would agree to that or not, I don't know. I want to leave off, this is going to be a short Iyun Benzion, I want to leave off with one thought. I'm going to have to see more Gemara. The reason I'm not going into this more is because the Gemara on Daf Gimel on the following Daf, we're going to talk about this more, is the Gemara on Daf Beis Hamad Beis. The Gemara clarifies something, and the Gemara says, the maskana of the Gemara seems to be that even though when it comes to the mitzvah of Shalmi Simcha, which is one of the three korbanos supposed to bring, Shalmi Simcha, that you're patur from only if you're Eino Shameh, you're a Cherish, that the Chum normally talk about. You're Eino Shameh Avayam Adaber. You both can't hear and you can't speak. You're mute. Only then are you patur from the Simcha. But someone who's a Shomei Avayam Adaber, a Madaber Shomei, you only have one deficiency. Either you can't speak but you could hear, or you can't hear but you could speak. So you still would be chayiv. You still would be you're patur from the Ra'iya. You're patur from the Olas Ra'iya. That seems to be the maskana. The Gemara, you're patur from the Ra'iya. The Gemara on Daf Gimel will go into why that is. So it's a unique din, and normally all the mitzvahs in the Torah, a cherish is only patur if he's Eino Shmei and Medaber, like Shalmi Simcha. But when it comes to Olas Ra'iya, you're patur even if you have one deficiency, you can't hear or you can't speak. Why is that? Why are you patur? The Gemara will get into Daf Gimel. I didn't even look at Daf Gimel yet. But just a thought about this is that what is the reason that a Chereshot of a Katan are patur of all mitzvahs Amoros B'Torah? You'll see this all through Shas. A Chereshot of Katan are patur and all mitzvahs Amoros B'Torah. I would like to think that it's totally in the din of mitzvah srichas kavana that we paskin. It is a machlokas in various gemaras. Maseches Rosh Hashanah talks about this. Maseches Brachos, we've seen mitzvah srichas kavana. You have to have intent to do the mitzvah. What exactly does that mean? That you have to know you're doing the mitzvah, or you have to actually have in mind to do the mitzvah, the mekayim the mitzvah. How you doing? You have to have in mind the mekayim the mitzvah. Someone who's a chereshot of a katan, he's a katan, he's a minor, he doesn't understand what he's doing. Shota, he's a psychiatric problem, he doesn't know what he's doing. Or a cheresh, someone who is he's deaf and dumb, can't hear, he can't speak. He is really detached from the world. He can't have powerful kavana. But if the mitzvah, it's just a thought right now, we're getting into this more, we're developing a thought over here, that Olas Ra'iya, according to Rashi, is not a mitzvah in, there's mitzvahs that are totally in your machshava. Just having kavana to do a mitzvah, machshava. Let's say Talmud Torah could be a mitzvah, just thinking about it. And a lot of mitzvahs are totally in using your mouth, your dibur. Like more in Brachos, talking about a korah b'Torah, reading Kriyat Shema, that's dibur, or shofar is not necessarily ma'isa, it's really the dibur that comes from using your mouth to create a sound. But if the mitzvah is just your presence in a certain place, that's all it is. It just means your presence in a certain place. So it's not just about intellectually knowing what you're doing. It's about being there, your body being there. It's a different type of knowledge than doing a mitzvah. It's just about being there. You know, we talk about being there physically, and there's also mentally being there. Like, you know where you are. And maybe if the mitzvah of Olas Ra'iya is to be present in the Azara, present in the Beis HaMikdash, that's the only mitzvah. And then the Chatchila, maybe to bring a korban also. So therefore, I can explain why someone who is just can't hear or can't speak, one of the two, he's missing the ability to be present. He's not mentally present over there, even though he could technically mechaven for the mitzvah. He has enough das to mechaven for the mitzvah. He's not presently there. That's why he could be pater. We'll have to see tomorrow on Daf Gimel. I didn't even see this yet. Daf Gimel, the Gemara discusses what's the difference between Shalom Simcha and Olas Ra'iya. That's the Iyun for today. I hope you enjoyed. Please like, subscribe, and we'll see you tomorrow.